When white marble shatters, it reveals the rigid grid that holds the Taj Mahal together. Behind the smooth facade of the world's most famous tomb is an architecture of control, built to project the authority of a single man. By the 17th century, the Mughal Empire controlled nearly a quarter of the world's population. At its head was Shah Jahan, an emperor whose treasury held more wealth than every monarchy in Europe combined. In 1631, that global power met its limit. His wife, Mumtaz Mahal, died in a military camp while giving birth to their 14th child. The loss paralyzed the empire. Shah Jahan withdrew into a year of mourning, emerging with hair turned white and a new, singular obsession. He decided to translate his private grief into a permanent physical form. He would use the entire state's resources to build a structure that could survive time itself. Construction began in 1632, turning the banks of the Yamuna River into a massive industrial engine. 20,000 laborers, stonecutters, and master engineers were mobilized across the empire. For 22 long years, the massive construction site never fell silent. The logistics spanned the continent. From Rajasthan, over 600 miles away, teams of elephants dragged blocks of white marble weighing several tons each. Trade routes funneled resources to Agra: jade from China, turquoise from Tibet, and lapis lazuli from the mines of Afghanistan. The final bill amounted to 32 million rupees, a sum that translates to billions of dollars in the modern economy. This wasn't a standard building project. It was a demonstration of a state capable of financing its own immortality. Building for the long term meant looking past the aesthetics and into the geometry of the structure. The Yamuna Basin is prone to seismic activity. A traditional vertical tower, if it collapsed during a quake, would fall inward and crush the central tomb. To prevent this, the minarets were built with a slight outward tilt. This lean acts as a structural insurance policy. If the earth moves violently enough to topple the towers, they fall away from the dome, leaving the center intact. The same level of calculation is visible on the surface of the marble. Every carving and inlay is cut to interact with the moving light of the sky. Because of the marble's specific density and polish, the building shifts from a soft pink at dawn to a stark white at noon, finally cooling to a pale blue under the moon. The Taj Mahal is a machine designed for endurance. It uses physics to survive disasters and optics to mimic the rhythm of the day. This level of engineering perfection birthed legends of a much darker nature. The most famous tells of Shah Jahan ordering the hands of the master craftsmen to be cut off, ensuring their secrets could never be used again. Rumors still persist of sealed chambers beneath the river-level terrace, vaults supposedly containing the darker records of the construction. Actual historical records do not support these dramatic claims. However, the endurance of these myths reflects the absolute, almost frightening level of control Shah Jahan held over his subjects. In 1653, the scaffolding finally came down. Shah Jahan had built exactly what he demanded, a monument that outlasted his own life. The building functioned as the ultimate propaganda tool. It showed any visiting diplomat or rival that the Mughal Empire commanded resources and expertise that bordered on the impossible. Today, visitors are often struck by something the engineering can't fully explain: the persistent weight of the loss that started the project. The Taj Mahal is the successful engineering of human grief. It took a private tragedy and transformed it into a legacy that the world has found impossible to forget.